take a look at the paradox of Pakistan. It's a country that's reeling under its worst economic crisis in its entire history. The cost of living for most Pakistanis is extortionate. Everything from food and electricity to education seems practically unaffordable. The country is surviving on IMF bailouts and doles from friendly countries. The present is grim and the future appears equally bleak to most people in the country. That is the reality for a majority of Pakistanis today. And then there are the rich, privileged elite who seem to inhabit a different planet altogether. A cocoon of luxury far removed from the misery of the average citizen. And while this has been an open secret for as long as one can remember, a new sensational report has left the average Pakistanis shaking their heads with disbelief. A massive tranche of leaked data from Dubai has revealed that there are at least 23,000 properties estimated to be worth a staggering $12.5 billion in the UAE capital belonging to Pakistani nationals. And when we say Pakistani nationals, we mean the who's who of Pakistani politics, military, business, you name it. The leaked data provides a detailed overview of hundreds of thousands of properties in Dubai and information about their ownership or usage from 2020 to 2022. This information was obtained by the Center for Advanced Defense Studies, a non-profit organization based in Washington, D.C., which researches international crime and conflict. It was subsequently shared with the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, which coordinated an investigative project with media houses from around the world. Titled Dubai Unlocked, the collaboration includes 74 partners from 58 countries. While a mere mention in the data is not evidence by itself of financial crime or tax fraud, it does paint an astounding picture of contrasts and, as we said, the paradox of Pakistan. The country is tottering on the brink of economic collapse, begging international lenders and friendly countries for lifelines. It features prominently in this data. While 17,000 Pakistani citizens are listed owners in the 2022 data, academics studying the data and additional sources put the actual number of Pakistani owners of residential property in Dubai at over 23,000. According to their estimate, the luxury apartments and villas may have been worth more than $10 billion at the beginning of 2022. But with the more than 25% increase in property prices over the last 2 years, the real worth of Pakistani's presidential properties in Dubai could now be well over $12.5 billion. The Pakistan media has reported that while over the years there have been several attempts by tax authorities to reach out to Dubai for information on rich Pakistanis who have invested there, the Dubai authorities have remained tight-lipped. Some say because of Pakistan's bankruptcy and financial dependence on countries like the UAE, it cannot seek such information. Dubai thrives on non-transparency and doesn't want to share such information. Non-resident or overseas Pakistanis are only liable to pay tax on income generated in Pakistan. They're not required to file a wealth status or declare overseas assets. The data also shows that London with $740 million comes in a distant second behind Dubai for Pakistanis looking to invest in offshore real estate. Singapore is third on the list with $120 million. Dubai is, of course, a global financial center, often described as a playground for the world's rich. It prides itself on being an open economy for companies and individuals who want to make investments. But the glamorous emirate has a darker reputation as a tax haven and top destination for murky sources of cash and money laundering, often through real estate transactions. In 2019, Transparency International dubbed the emirate a money laundering paradise, highlighting that individuals with questionable sources of income are able to invest in Dubai without any restrictions. Pakistani media have quoted an Arab lawyer as saying, "Private jets full of money land frequently in Dubai. No one can ask who the money is for It's taken out and deposited in special accounts. Dubai was added to the Financial Action Task Force or FATF's grey list in 2022 but taken off it this February. Some say the move was premature and driven by geopolitical concerns. Experts argue the lure of real estate as an asset class lies in its relatively stable value over time, the possibility to manipulate prices and possibilities for anonymous ownership in countries with weak property registers. And that's how well-heeled Pakistanis play the real estate market in their favorite offshore destination for investments. The Pakistan media has quoted analysts as saying, every elite family in Pakistan, armed forces, politicians, business people, everyone who's affluent has property in Dubai. The real issue is the lack of transparency and the close ties between the elite in Pakistan and the UAE. So who are these affluent Pakistani elite who figure on this Dubai list? Well, it is a very long list that includes Pakistan President Asif Ali Zardari's children, Bhaktavar Bhutto Zardari, Asifa Bhutto Zardari and PPP chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. Then there is Hussain Nawaz, the son of former Prime Minister and PMLN President Nawaz Sharif. The other names from the political world include former Prime Minister Shaukat Aziz and his wife, Sharjeel Imam Menon, the Sindh Information Minister and his wife, Sardar Sanaullah Zehri, former Chief Minister of Baluchistan and his family, and many, many more. The Pakistan military is not far behind. The list includes names of former Pakistan Army Chief and President, the late General Pervez Mussharaf, Lieutenant General Alam Jan Mehsood, Lieutenant General Shafat Ullah Shah, Major General Syed Ehtesham Zamir, Lieutenant General Muhammad Akram, Major General Ghazanaf Ali Khan. You get the idea. It is a long list. Let's now take a detailed look at the state of Pakistan's economy. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif recently announced that his government would privatize all state-owned enterprises in the country with the exception of strategic entities. Another desperate attempt to shore up Pakistan's shaky finances. The announcement came a day after an International Monetary Fund mission began talks in Islamabad for a new long-term extended fund facility, following Pakistan's completion of a $3 billion standby arrangement last month, which averted a sovereign debt default last summer. Pakistan is set to receive more than $1 billion from the IMF in a fresh loan to shore up its bankrupt economy. Ahead of the bailout package being approved, Pakistan had to undertake a slew of austerity measures demanded by the IMF, including revising its budget, a hike in its benchmark interest rate, and hikes in electricity and natural gas prices. Since 2023, the IMF has provided more than $3 billion in loan to Pakistan as the country remains on the brink of economic collapse. This is a country that could do with investments from its own affluent people as it desperately seeks employment opportunities and economic revival. But the trouble is, the Pakistani elite are all too consumed by their charmed lives, cooped up in their ivory towers, in luxurious foreign locales such as Dubai, Singapore and London, to care about the daily struggle for survival faced by the poor back home. Not to mention the innumerable corruption cases that multiple political and military figures in Pakistan have faced over the years. The elite have been so busy enriching themselves at the expense of the country, little wonder then that the average citizens of Pakistan are thoroughly disillusioned with their political class and in many cases also with the once revered army.